This is for the ones who were raised on gasoline dreams, for the lug nuts holding tight to the wild red line scenes, for the families, the drivers, the wrench turning crews, for the chrome, the smoke, and the ones who refuse to lose. Where horsepower meets heart, yeah, that's who we are. We're a culture, we're a brotherhood, we are rolling motor fire. Bill Nye Boy, that's the creed written deep in our veins. We turn busted cars into legends and rust into fame. From late night garage grind to race day stadium roars, every scar on our knuckles unlocked 1,000 doors. We don't back down, we don't break, we don't fold. Every ride we build tells a story worth gold. This is for the ones who were raised on gasoline trains, for the lug nuts holding tight to the wild red line scenes, for the families, the drivers, the wrench turning crews, for the chrome, the smoke, and the ones who refuse to lose. Where horsepower meets heart, yeah, that's who we are. We're a culture, we're a brotherhood, we are rolling motor fire. Here's to the nights when the world said slow down, but the engine said no and we stood our ground. To the ones who grew up rich and when the rest took the easy way, we found our path in the piston noise and we'll ride it every day. Pedal to the metal, this is where we belong. Cars, trucks, monster trucks, loud and strong. Passion, pride, lug nuts, side by side. If you love what you drive, then ride, ride, ride. This is for the legends that started in dusty garages, for the kids who chase dreams through the scars and collages, for the racers who gave everything without fail, and the fans who stand proud when the engines wail. Where horsepower meets heart, yeah, this ain't a phase. It's our passion, our culture, and we'll live it to the grave. Pedal to the metal, forever in our veins. So look out, we're only getting louder from here. Nothing built strong was ever built out of fear. The road is wide open and the fire won't slow, because this isn't a hobby, this is the only life we know. Pedal down, heads high, we're not done. Pedal down, heads high, pedal down.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pedal to the Metal, the podcast where horsepower meets heart. From the shine of collector cars to the roar of race cars and the thunder of monster trucks, we've got it all. So buckle up your seatbelt, turn on the gas, and grab your favorite brew, 'cause the ride starts now. And now, here's your host, Roller.
Hey, what's up? guys tonight. Hey, we just set a new record, man. Yes, we did. We just broke a new audience record. 8,000 people in the seats tonight. 8,000 people in the seats tonight, man. You guys are the bomb. All right, let's just bring it down a little bit. Let's bring it down here. We're having a good time. We're going to have a great time tonight. And I'll tell you what, waiter, everybody gets one drink on roller tonight. So just circle the wagon if you would. That's 8,000 people, but we got the money. We'll pay for it. That's right. That's what it's all about. What's up, peeps? How you doing? Hey, Carter, how are you, man? Everybody's in the house. Sean Green, Rhonda Perkins. Miss Rhonda, how you doing, man? I miss you so much. I really do. I really miss you. I hope you're doing good and everything's good, doing fine for you. We must get together and talk sometime and just catch up. I really mean that with my heart. So, but guys, you know, we got a good show tonight, man. We got legendary monster truck driver. I mean, this man has been driving these trucks for just forever, and he is an iconic name. He's in the Monster Truck Hall of Fame. It's going to be a good show. I mean, I'm telling you what, Mr. Allen Pezo in the house tonight, man. We're going to be talking to him about his monster truck career and everything that's going on and stuff. Hello, Darcel. How are you? Good to see you in here. Thank you for tuning in. But you know what, guys? This is the last show of February. Man, I can't believe it went by so fast. And we had so many great interviews, man. I think they were all really, really good interviews. But I'll tell you what, man. Last weekend, it was Josh Bumgardner, man. He rocked it. It was just a great show. I found out more about Monster Truck Man than I ever knew. I mean, this man was amazing. All of my interviews were amazing, but the one that sticks out right now is just that Josh Bumgardner, man. He was just an amazing interview, man. It was really good. But March is coming around, and we're almost full up in March. I've almost booked every date in March. I'm holding 3 dates because I've been in talks with Mike Welsh, and we're trying to get him on the show because that's another monster truck history right there, guys. And Mike Welsh was, he's done Super Pete and all that stuff, man, and he's been in the movies, and he's just an iconic interview, man. It's going to be great to get him on the show, and I want to save him a couple of dates if I can. But, we start out March 1st with Lindsey Johnson. That's the wife and crew chief for B.J. Johnson in the Gas Monkey garage car. And then on the 4th, man, we're talking to Jeff Cook, the wild man himself, man. Jeff was in the monster truck business for a lot of years, and now he heads up the Monster Truck Hall of Fame. And, it's going to be a good one right there. I'll guarantee you. He's been around for a long time. He knows a lot of people. Then on the 8th, we got Larry Swim from Bigfoot. He's going to be talking about all of his time with Paul Schaefer and everything like that. Bobby Holman and Cody Holman. Bobby's been in the monster truck business. This is his 40th year. And he's ran with all the promoters, but right now he's in seat with the Hot Wheels company, man, and they are rocking it. They are rocking the shows, man. They got good drivers in there. Rodney Tweedy's in there, man, and how cool is it to be able to do shows with your son? That's really cool. And then we booked another gentleman that's been in the monster truck business for a long time as a promoter for rock concerts. He tells me, and I don't have the exact, but he tells me that he was the one who initially got Motley Crue their very first album. And Steve's got backup for all this stuff, but he's done rock concerts, monster trucks, he's done a little bit of everything, and now he's doing some consulting and stuff. So he'll be on the 15th. And then the 18th, 22nd, and the 25th, I'm kind of trying to leave them open if I can for Mike Welsh. And then on the 29th, we got J.R. Adams, man, another Bigfoot driver. But, man, it's going to be an exciting March. And then in April, we're already working on April. And in April, for the very first portion of the hour, we're going to have our young guns in the auctioneering, man. These are kids that are in the auctioneer world. They're going to be upcoming superstars. And I'm really, really excited about that. I work with some of them. I've known one of them I've known his whole life, from the day he was born, man. And he works with Barrett Jackson now. And, you know, just these guys, these young men are going to be the future of the auctioneer world. And so we're going to be able to have them on. We're going to start out the interview week in month in April with my buddy Scott Goodhue. He's a two-time world champion. We're going to have him on, and he's going to talk about each and every one of these guys. And, you know, it's just going to be a great first portion of the show. Now, we'll have the monster truck drivers on still in the second half, but the first portion of the show is going to be the young guns of the auctioneering world. So that's going to be really cool. It really will be. So I look forward to that. And next, if you guys, if you guys are looking to get into the car show scene with a new display this year, man, make sure you get a hold of my buddy Texas Rich, man. He does those metal show boards, metal prints, and they just add a special, I don't know, if I knew the exact word in French or Italian or something that made it sound classy, I would, but they put a pop in your display. I was in his magazine in issue 5, and he made a metal show board, a metal print, for me. And if you're in the magazine, you only get this special one made, and it's the whole article. And this is my article right here. And now people stop and they take the time and they read it, and they read all the information on the truck, and then they walk around the truck and look at it and stuff. And it's a great piece to put in your display to get your car noticed at the car shows. And he makes metal prints and he makes metal show boards. Now he'll make a metal print in the size of 11 by 14, 20 by 30, or another one, a 16 by 20, and then he'll make a show board in a 20 by 30 only. But man, these things are metal. They're high quality. They shine. I got fingerprints all over mine. I'm going to have to take some glass cleaner and clean it up. But man, it's just the piece de resistance, I guess you'd say, for the car show world if you have a car and you're taking it out to car shows this summer. But I'm going to just tell you a little secret, man. You got to get in early. You got to get in early because he's already filling up, man. And he's at 81,000, almost 82,000 followers right now on his Facebook page. He put a post out the other day for trucks, and 114,000 people seen the post. So he's in this algorithm deal that you get into when you get a lot of followers. 114,000 people, and he showed me the numbers, seen the post, and he got over 1,000 people that want to put their trucks into his magazine. So man, he's doing a great job, but he's also staying very busy. You know, he's getting these metal prints built and stuff like that. So I just suggest that you get your pictures in, you get your article in, and you get a hold of him and get that metal print ordered. I promise you. And if you want to get a hold of him, you just go to Texas Rich at C10AmericaMagazine.com. That's Texas Rich at C10AmericaMagazine.com, and you can get yourself in there and get that metal show board. He can give you all the pricing and all that other good stuff right there. So I don't want to get into pricing his personal items and stuff like that. You're looking for auto glass? Make sure you call my buddy Art at Arch Auto Glass. 10% off if you mention Pedal to the Metal Motors and Music, and he can come right to you. He has a mobile service. Come right to your work, come right to your house, come right to the park, whatever. It doesn't matter. And he can put that windshield in, and those windshields are professionally installed. They don't leak. They don't do anything. And when he's done, he cleans up after himself, and he does such a great job. So that's Arch Auto Glass. Art is his name, and his phone number is 720 720-296-8635. That's 720-296-8635. And you get 10% off installation, man. All you got to do is just say, hey, I heard your advertisement on Pedal to the Metal, and he said that you give 10% off on the installation. So, and he'll hook you up, man. He really will. You know, you're looking for that special gift for somebody for their birthday, just some kind of a special occasion, and they happen to be in the loving cars and stuff like that. My friend at Jesse Scott at Crafts and Creation Studio, he makes an awesome spark plug, or he makes he'll take your logo and make a light. Now, these are lights. If you see over here, I have the spark plug. I have the other light. He took my logo and made a light. He also did the spark plug and made a light. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to order a new one from him with the new logo. So we're going to be giving this old one away. We're going to give this old one away. I just haven't figured out how to do it. And also, Lee Plato, who won the Monster Truck Radio shirt on our, putting the most guests into the show, he has donated the Monster Truck Radio shirt back to us, and he wants us to give it away to somebody else. So we're going to have 2 giveaways here real soon. It'll be the Monster Truck Radio shirt, and it'll be the the Pedal to the Metal with your host Roller light and sign. It'll be my logo, and you can put it in your shop or whatever, and it lights up. They're really cool. So if you're looking to get a hold of him for any of these ideas and stuff, or look at his website, his email is his website is www.jessescott.com. His phone number is 715-721-5999. You can find him on Facebook under Jesse Scott Crafts and Creation Studio. Get a hold of him, check out his website, and man, just buy something and give it that way as a gift, and they're not expensive. They really aren't. They're under $60 with shipping and everything, I believe. So make sure you contact him. That phone number again, 715-721-5999, or you can go to www.jessescott.com for more information. Stickers, we got them, and we're having sticker packs made up. We got sticker packs. You get one of the old Rolling with Roller and Derek stickers. This is the original one right here. You get the small Pedal to the Metal with Roller sticker. Now, these aren't going to be made no more because it's motors and music now. So these are going to be, once they're gone, they're gone. And then there's Rolling with Roller and Derek. There's another sticker right here. That's the classic car. And then we have the larger Pedal to the Metal with your host Roller sticker right here. And then we also have another Rolling with Roller and Derek, and it's a V8 motor right here. So make sure that you do that, and all you have to do, now listen up, okay? The website is available right now. We have a website. Houston, we have a website. So all you have to do is go to www.pedaltothemetalpodcast.com, and that'll take you to our website. You can order material stuff off of there. You can see old shows that are going to be on there. He doesn't have those posted yet, but he will. And hello there, cuz, how you doing? And he will he'll post all the old shows on there. You can go back and watch old episodes of Pedal to the Metal and stuff like that. But you can get shirts out of there. It takes you right to the website. We're going to have a logo on there for the Monster Truck Hall of Fame. You're going to be able to click on that one, and you're going to be able to go right to the website of the Monster Truck Hall of Fame Museum and check out what's going on there, man. It's very, very interesting and very cool. You see a lot of stuff from Monster Truck past, and so I really look forward to having them come aboard with us here on Pedal to the Metal Motors and Music. So we've had a busy week. We've done a lot of stuff that as far as booking and stuff like that, making a song for Allen. The program was being a program this week. It was adding stuff that we didn't wanted to add, and we had to redo a couple of his song a couple of times, but we nailed it today. He approved it, so we'll have Allen's song here tonight. And that monster truck drivers and the coordinators and stuff like that, that album's going to be out pretty soon. And guys, I can email you that stuff, or I can put it on a CD, or I can put it on a thumb drive. If you get a thumb drive and a CD, you just kind of text me. We'll talk about it. I'm going to just go ahead and drop the price. It's not about making money. I just like to get the songs out there. So, you tell me what you want, and we'll tell you what it's going to cost and different things. But I can email it to you. Then that way you have it automatically right away. Or I can go ahead and send you a CD, or I can give you a thumb drive and you can keep it in your car or keep it in your truck or whatever you happen to have, or put it on your home computer. Then you can download it to your phone or whatever. So we've got a lot of things going on here, but that website again is www.pedaltothemetalpodcast.com. Go check it out, man. It's pretty cool, and we're going to be adding to that as we go. If you guys see something on there that you'd like to see on there, make sure you drop me a little note and tell me. But you can book your if you want to be on the show, you can fill out a form and put it in there and turn it in. That doesn't mean you're on the show. We're going to read everybody's what they want to say and talk about and stuff, and then we'll call you and get a hold of you and tell you what the next available date is. We're in the talks with some bands to get them on, some just regular independent artists. Got a couple of AI artists that want to be on the show. So, it's coming together slowly but surely. The baby's getting bigger and bigger, and that's because you guys. That's right. It's because all you guys out there helping me take this baby and growing it and making it happen. So we're going to play a few songs tonight off of Echoes of the West album. And the first one here is called Mirror on the Motel Wall. We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
There's a mirror on a motel wall, buzzing light, paint peeling off, silver buckle on a chair, dust and blood still in my hair. Crowd was loud just hours ago, screaming my name at the rodeo. Now the room's just me and time, and a face I hardly recognize. I chased that whistle town to town, 8-second dreams, no roots put down. There were women, yeah, I want a few, but not one that I ever knew. No porch light burning late for me, no small boots by the door to see. I always said I'd settle soon, but soon never came around. And they cheered my name, I tipped my hat, thought that was enough for a man like that. The trophies don't talk and buckles don't care if you're breathing alone in a cold night air. All that glory, all that noise ain't the same as hearing I'm proud of you, boy. Staring back from tired eyes, I learned the truth too late tonight. Bled in arenas, rode through pain, heard my name echo like a freight train. But when the dust all settles down, a man still alone in a nameless town. I thought freedom meant no ties, just long roads and alibis. Didn't know the loneliest sound was silence when the lights go out. They cheered my name, I tipped my hat, thought that was enough for a man like that. But a road fades fast when the gates close tight, and there ain't no one waiting at the end of the night. All them miles, all them years, I traded love for souvenirs. Now the mirror tells me plain, fame don't keep a man warm in if I could rewind just a little bit, I'd stay one night, I'd try to fit. Trade one buckle, one good ride, for a hand to hold at my side. They cheered my name, but here I stand, just a lonely cowboy, not a family man. The road I chose it proud, but it cost me more than I'll say out loud. That mirror don't lie, it just tells the truth about all I want and all I lost too. Turns out shine don't mean a thing if there's no one there to share your win. The mirror hums, the night stays still, crowds move on, but the silence kills. I hang my hat, shut off the light. Wish I'd learned this lesson earlier in life.
There you go, guys. Mirror on the Motel Wall. What a good song right here. And the album was inspired by our buddy Jared Beckley. He won free music for a lifetime. Congratulations, Jared. I haven't talked to him in a while, but he does know that anytime we start making music that we have an album out, he gets free music for life right there. So we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be giving the MonsterTruckRadio.com crew shirt away, courtesy of all the folks at Lee Plato Motorsports. And then also we are going to, and Shane Plato Motorsports, we're going to be giving the Pedal to the Metal podcast with your host Roller. Sign away, it lights up. It's a pretty cool little light right there. And we're going to be getting the new one in. I haven't ordered it yet. I got to get a hold of Mr. Scott there, Jesse Scott, and have him make me a new one. So we'll get that taken care of. Don't forget the website, www.pedaltothemetalpodcast.com, and you guys can go on there and check it all out and see what's happening right there. So our next song right here is called Cowboys Don't Say Goodbye. We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
Was quiet, just a ticking clock. Dust on his boots, hat in his lap. Mama cried soft in the hallway light as he pulled a chair to his daddy's side. Fence wire cuts on a working man's hands, paid his dues on his dry old land. Got hurt doing what he'd always done, riding for the brand till the day was done. The boy said, Daddy, what'll happen to me? Voice shook hard, couldn't barely speak. That old man smiled, though the pain ran deep. Said, son, come closer, listen to me. You've been watching longer than you think, learning every lesson between the lines. You're the man, now it's your time. This ranch, this family, they're yours to guide. He said, cowboys don't say goodbye, we just ride on a little ahead. I'll be in the fence post, the open sky, in the prayers your mama said. When your heart feels broken, the road gets long, and you're wondering how you'll get through, just remember, son, when I'm gone, cowboys don't say goodbye. Tired. Teach your little brother wrong from right. There'll be droughts and days you wanna quit, but a man don't run when it gets like this. Keep your word, keep your hands clean, stand your ground, but stay kind. Everything I am, I pass to you. You were ready long before tonight. He said, cowboys don't say goodbye, we just live on in the work we've done. Every ride at the break of dawn, and every setting sun, I'll be there when you saddle up, when you're talking to the stars and We live on in the land we loved and the ones we held dear. So wipe your eyes, stand up tall, do what I taught you to do. I'm riding with you through it all. Cowboys don't say goodbye. He stepped outside, felt the west wind blow, looked at the ranch spread far and wide, tipped his hat to the rising sun, and whispered, I know, Dad, I know.
There you go. Cowboys don't say goodbye. Hey, Chuck, I did not get the pictures. Oh, let's see here. I did not get the pictures. I didn't see them. I don't know. How did you send them? Did you email them to me, or did you message them, or whatever? The best thing to do, if you don't have a paper and a pencil right now, Chuck, get yourself one and let me know when you're ready. But I'll give you my email. And I'll also give you other ways to get a hold of me. You can do it on Facebook. But no, I did not see the pictures of your truck. So when did you send them? But anyway, guys, I'm going to jump around here just for a second. You know, my cousin Debbie, she inspired me to make a song the other day. And you messaged me, huh? Well, I did not see them. So you're gonna have to. I guess what you probably need to do, Chuck, is I'll check my. I have 3 different messengers. Okay, email them to Jeff Richards 327 at gmail.com. Oh, you did it last week. No, Chuck, I never did see him. I apologize. But once again, that's Jeff Richards 327 at gmail.com. Email me and I'll get them and I'll look at them, man. And if you're down at any time to take an hour slot there at the beginning of the show, and you want to talk about your truck and the way it was created, short box stepside blue. No, sir, I wouldn't notice that for sure, Chuck, because of the fact is Bob is a short box stepside and it's blue too. So resend them to me, and I apologize, and then I'll get them and I'll contact you back, and maybe we can have you on the show or something like that. So, but anyway, my cousin Debbie, she said, why don't you make a song about Robert Duvall? He was a good actor. Besides John Wayne, Robert Duvall he was the man. He played the character. I guarantee you that right now. So I have deemed this song to be my cousin Debbie's song, and we're going to play her song right now, and it's called He Became the Man. We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal.
Born out west in San Diego sun, 1931. Raised on rules in a Navy man's code, where duty's never done. And a polished nights, yes sir, and salutes, a young man standing tall, Harley boots on a gravel road. He heard a calling call, traded rank for a stage in New York, just a dream in his hand. With Hoffman and Hackman chasing ghosts, just trying to be a man. Courtroom walls and empty plates, yeah, the struggle cut him deep, but a fire burned behind his eyes that never went to sleep. He didn't just play the part, he became the man. From shadows to the spotlight, you could feel it in his hands. From Boo Radley's sides to the Godfather's right hand, every role he ever touched, he became the man. First they saw him stand real still, didn't need a single line, but the world felt something shift that day in 1962's time. Then came power dressed in calm, Tom Hagen in the game, a quiet force beside the storm, respect without the fame. Then the sky lit up in fire, smell of napalm in the dawn, Kilgore riding through the chaos like a war that never's gone. He didn't shout to steal the scene, he just stood his ground. And somewhere in that silence, truth is always found. He didn't just play the part, he became the man. From war-torn skies to family ties, you could feel it in his hands. From consigliere calm to a soldier's command, every role he ever touched, he became a man. Then he rode out west where the wild winds blow, with a cowboy's soul so free. Gus McCrae riding open range like a man we all believe. Dust and outer heart and steel, stories in his eyes, every mile of memory, every word of truth that rise. Tender mercies, broken roads, a whiskey-soaked regret, found redemption in a quiet song the world won't soon forget. He held that gold in '83, but never changed his way, still chasing truth in every role, still working to this day. Not just lights and cameras rolling, not just lines and names, it's the weight of every story and the truth behind the frame. He didn't just play the part, he became a man. From a soldier's road to Hollywood, to the heart of every fan. From the plains to the fight, to the silver screen stand, yeah, every role he ever touched, he became a man. Yeah, he didn't chase the spotlight, it found him where he stood, a lifetime carved in honesty, and he played it like he should. He didn't chase the spotlight, oh, and he played it like he should.
Pezo, man, that was a great actor. He was a great man. Every part he played, he really became the man. I'll guarantee you that right now. Hey, Chuck, I have my email open. If you want to email those to me right now, I'd love to look at them. We'll talk a little bit about them on the show here. I'll kind of tell everybody what it looks like and stuff. But if you want to send those to me now, that's fine. If not, I'll wait for you to go ahead and email them to me when you get a chance. So the next song up, ladies and gentlemen, is one I worked on this week. It's called the Sheepherder Song. We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
Up in the shadow of the Wyoming sky, where the cold winds howl and the eagles fly, just a sheep wagon and a fire burn low, and 1,000 head where the tall grass grows. Boots worn thin on a rocky trail, talking to God through the mountain gate. Ain't no sound but a lonesome tune, and a cry of a wolf howling at a rising moon. Got an old dog laying by my side, he's the only soul for 100 miles. He knows every move before I do, keeps on bunch when they scatter through. From the break of dawn till the daylight's gone, we keep pushing slow and steady on, through the dust, through the sleet, through the rain. Just a man and a dog on the open range. So I sing that old sheepherder song, low and slow as the night rolls on. Echoes drift through the pines so tall, like the mountains humming along. Ain't no crowd, ain't no stage, ain't no band, just his life in this rugged land. It ain't much, but it's all I own in the heart of Wyoming, all alone. Cattlemen don't like our kind round here. They say we strip the land down bare. Say our sheep eat low and slow, leave nothing back for their herds to grow. Had a few words down by the creek, got a scar on my jaw from last week. But this land's as wide as a man can roam, and I'll stake my claim where I make my home. Snow came early, took a few that night, lost 3 lambs in a bitter fight. Coyotes circling, eyes aglow, that old dog kept them back just so. Buried one where the river bends, said a prayer for the life that ends. Ain't no preacher, ain't no bell, just the wind saying farewell. So I sing that old sheepherder song, low and worn, but it carries on through the cold and the endless days, through the trials and the mountain haze. Ain't no gold, ain't no easy road, just this hard and a heavy load. But I wouldn't trade this life I've known in these Wyoming hills alone. Sometimes I think about a town somewhere, warm lamplight and a rocking chair, but the silence here's the price I pay for a life I wouldn't give away. 'Cause the stars shine brighter where I stand, and there's truth in this open land. Yeah, Yeah, I sing that old sheepherder song. Strong and steady it rolls along through the valleys and over stone, where a man learns to stand alone. Ain't no fame, ain't no glory found, just the earth and the sacred ground. And when my time comes and I'm long gone, they'll remember me in this song. Up in the shadow of the Wyoming sky, where the wind still whispers and the hawks still cry, there's a lonely voice that carries on. In the hills, the sheepherder's song.
There you go, the Sheepherder song right here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music. Hey, Rick Garbizo, what's up there? My brother Ted from Las Vegas, Nevada has just joined us, man. Good to have you on here, my brother. I hope you're doing well and the family's doing good too. You know, guys, I done something. I did something, and I hope I can stick with it, but I took my guitar in and had it completely restrung. I pick it up tomorrow. And yours truly is going to start taking guitar lessons. Yeah, I am. I'm going to start taking guitar. I'm going to learn how to play the guitar, not the guitar, the guitar. Yeah, and, you know, I don't know. It's going to be for my own enjoyment. I don't think you guys are ever going to hear me because I don't think I have it in me. But, hey, I'm going to try it. That guitar just sat here in this studio for so long, and it has so much history in it. I thought, you know what? You need to get that out and get it going. So that's what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's hear you go, Roller. Thank you, Carter. That Carter, I just love her, man. She is my cheering team right there, man. I'm telling you, she's the bomb right there. That's my baby girl, Carter. I miss her. Guys, I'll tell you what, we're going to play our next song here. This is called Cowpoke and the Dance Hall Girl. We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
Sun came up on a broken fence line, boots in the dust by the county line. Worked them cattle till the daylight burned, branding irons and lessons learned. Checked that water in a dry creek bed, counted every steer and head. Hands like leather, back worn thin, just another day punching in. Lantern light on a hardwood floor, she'd spin around when they'd swing that door. Lived on tips and whiskey smiles, danced with strangers mile by mile. Perfume faded but she held her grace, lonely hearts in a crowded place. Every night just getting by, laughing loud but hurt inside. He was dust and denim, she was satin and curls. He was wide open spaces, she was a dance hall girl. Two worlds apart in a small town night, but one look turned wrong into right. They said, boy, you're headed for a fall, but he just smiled, didn't hear him at all. Cause love don't care what the whole world thinks, it finds you fast when you least expect things. Swinging doors and a fiddle cry, he stepped in, wiped the dirt from his eyes. She was spinning slow in a stranger's arms, but something about her hit him hard. Music stopped when their eyes met, like a moment time won't forget. He crossed that floor, tipped his hat. From that night on, that was that. Old boys laughing by the bar. Son, that kind don't get you far. She'll break your heart, take your name. She she ain't built for a rancher's game. He stood tall, said that's enough. You don't know her like I love. And he walked right out with her that night. Didn't care who thought he wasn't right. He was dust and denim, she was satin and curls. He was callous hands, she was a dance hall girl. They said it wouldn't last too long, but some hearts just prove them wrong. Yeah, the town talked loud, but love stood tall. He built a life, she gave it her all. Turns out forever ain't that far when two lost souls find where they are. Snow came down on a Wyoming plain, built their home through wind and rain. 3 kids running through the yard. Life was simple, life was hard. Summers burned and winters bit. Lost some cattle but they never quit. She traded heels for boots and jeans. Still the prettiest he'd ever seen. Years rolled on like a prairie wind, through drought, through loss, through thick and thin. Front porch sitting hand in hand, built a life folks don't understand. She'd laugh and say, you still got that look. He'd grin and tip that old cowboy hat. From a dance hall floor to a lifetime bond, a love like that don't come and go. He was dust and denim, she was satin and curls. Yeah, he found forever in a dance hall girl. What they call wrong turned out so right, built on faith and a long hard fight. Now the stories echo through them halls about the cowboy who ignored it all, and the girl they said would never stay, who loved him more with every day. So if you're standing where they're talking loud, trying to fit in with the crowd, just remember love don't need their words. Sometimes the wildest hearts are heard. Yeah, cowpoke and a dance hall girl can build a life that outlasts the world.
There you go, cowboy or cowpoke and a dance hall girl right there on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music. Hey guys, I need everybody to put thumbs up and hearts up because our girl Carter, they won first place in their basketball tournament on Sunday. Let's give Carter a big round of applause. There you go, Carter. Congratulations, baby girl. I am happy to hear that, man. I hope you scored the most points. I bet you did for sure. Guaranteed. Bet you did. So, you know, guys, I don't like to get political, okay? Everybody should believe in what they believe in. But we got people like Bobby C in here. Bobby C is trying to make a change in the world, and you too can make a change in the world. Just speak up, man. Speak up. Use your voice. Use your creativity. Do whatever you got to do to see if we can change this world into a better place, man, for all of us. Because the way it's going, man, it's I look for my granddaughter, you know, it's going to suck. It really is, man. And we're going to have to change it. And that's all there is to it. So I wrote a song and it's called What the Hell is Going On? And it's a little bit about that. And then it's a little bit about kids like my son that's on the streets in Denver on drugs and, you know, can't shake it and stuff like that. So you're listening to Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music, and this song here is called What the Hell is Going On?
There's always been bad men But it didn't feel like this back when I was a kid. You could speak your mind, say what you believe. Didn't have to worry about the price you'd receive. Now a man gets judged just for what he might say. Feels like freedom slipping further every day. What the hell is going on? Where did all the right go wrong? We're losing everything we knew and calling it the truth. Lord, help us see what's going wrong. What the hell is going on? Kids on the streets, just shadows and bones. Empty eyes staring at their phones, chasing a high just to feel alive. One more hit just to survive. These drugs ain't made to numb the pain, they're made to steal a soul away. What the hell is going on? Where did all the right go wrong? We're watching innocence fade away, more and more each day. Lord, how did it come this far? What the hell is going on? Oh, children are taken, lost in the night, pulled into shadows away from the light. Hearts get broken, young minds confused, lives get shattered, trust abused. Somewhere out there the darkness grows, and too many people just turn and don't know. Kids are being taken, sold as slaves, and people are hurting them in so many other ways. Messing up a child's young mind, taken to islands where the rich like to play games that only sick people play. How did it get so wrong? These kids are future. What the hell is going on? How did we let it get this far? Feels like we forgot who we are. We turned our backs, let the light grow dim. Now we need to bring it back to Him right now. It feels like the devil's leading the way. We need Jesus back in our lives today. What the hell is going on? If we don't stand, we're all gone. So love your kids and teach them right. Put that faith back in their lives, or we're gonna lose this fight we're on. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on?
There you go. You know, what the hell is going on? That's what I want to know right here. All right, our next song up right here is called Two-Steppin' on a Honky Tonk Saturday Night. We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
Been working all week just for the weekend, punching clocks, counting down the time. Me and the boys, yeah, we're all leaning toward a jukebox and a neon sign. The girls will be there looking sharp and dressed just right. New outfits glowing under neon light, looking for a belt buckle they can make shine bright on a honky-tonk Saturday night. Screen door swings and the smoke rolls in, bar stools scrape on a hardwood floor. You can feel that buzz right under your skin, like you've been here 1,000 times before. Yeah, we're two-stepping on a honky-tonk Saturday night. Band fire up man is feeling just right. Cold beer clinking under sawdust lights, hearts beating time to a fiddle tight. Laughs get loud, worries fade out of sight. Every wrong feels a little more right. Yeah, we're two-stepping on a honky-tonk Saturday night. Band hits the stage, drummer counts it down. Steel guitar starts crying sweet. Boot heels thump as the floor goes round, spinning circles down to the beat. Strangers smile like they've been friends for years. Hands in the air, not a care nowhere. Every song sounds better when you're right here. And the night's still young, yeah, the coast is clear. Bartender grins, pours another round. Someone laughs at an old inside joke. That little red dress is spinning me around. Under them lights and a little bit of smoke, yeah, we're two-stepping on a honky-tonk Saturday night. Neon humming like it's holding us tight. Long week gone by, the second chorus hits. Yeah, this is as good as it gets. Hands held close, boots moving just right. Every dream feels with inside. Yeah, we're two-stepping on a honky-tonk Saturday night. Ain't nobody checking clocks anymore. Ain't nobody thinking about Monday blues. If there's heaven hid behind a screen door, it probably sounds just like this tune. Fiddle screams, crowd yells one more song. Sweat on the wall, but we don't mind. Hold her close while the night rolls on, trying to slow down time. Yeah, we're two-stepping on a honky-tonk Saturday night. Band still playing like it's the last light. Boots worn down, but the spirit's high. Moon hanging low in a Texas sky. If tomorrow comes, it can wait outside. 'Cause right now, man, we're doing it right. Yeah, we're two-stepping on a honky-tonk Saturday night. Door swings shut, but the memory's tight. Still humming that song in the morning light. Yeah, me and the boys will be talking about that honky-tonk Saturday night.
There you go, man. Two-stepping on a honky-tonk Saturday night. What a great song right there. And you guys are listening to Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music. We're just a few minutes away here from getting a hold of Mr. Allen Pezo with the Predator Monster Truck. What a great history this man has in the monster truck business. He's a Hall of Famer, and just another great interview that we're going to have for you guys. You guys can find out a little bit more information about some of the monster truck drivers that really got the sport to where where it started going, and responsible for where it's going today. So it's going to be a lot of fun to talk to him and stuff like that. So this next song up, ladies and gentlemen, right here is called Small Town Famous. We're listening to Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music. We'll be right back here.
Just a porch light and a beat-up case. Mama saying, boy, don't run too fast. Playing for the mirror, playing for the wall, dreaming bigger than this gravel path. A radio hum and a six-pack crowd, stars on the hood of a hand-me-down. Singing low so the world don't hear, but I swear I feel them listening now. Every mile I drove, every note I played was a step toward a bigger stage. I'm small town famous, Friday night loud. County fair lights and a shouting crowd. Might not be Nashville, might not be gold, but they know my name when the story's told. Hands in the air, singing every line. Yeah, for a few good minutes, man, I'm doing just fine. Might not be rich, but I sure ain't nameless. Tonight in this town, I'm small town famous. Station coffee and midnight miles, posters taped on every diner door. Buddy selling shirts out the back of the truck. Kids wanna hear that second encore.
Granddad's hat in the front row seat. High school friends stomping their boots to the beat. Ain't no limo, just a long dirt drive, but this stage feels 10 feet high. Every doubt I had, every closed down bar led me right here to where we are. I'm small town famous, Friday night loud, county fair lights and a shouting crowd. Might not be Nashville, might not be gold, but they know my name when the story's told. Hands in the air, singing every line. Yeah, for a few good minutes, man, I'm doing just fine. Might not be rich, but I sure ain't nameless. Tonight in this town, I'm small town famous. To work, back to punching that clock on time. But right now this mic, these lights, this song, man, this moment's mine. Yeah, I'm small town famous, hands in the sky. Sing it with me, let the good times slide. Might not be legends, might not be stars, but we own this stage and this old guitar. Every heart beating to the same refrain, every dream feeling real again. Might not be rich, but I sure ain't nameless. Tonight in this town, I'm small town famous. I'm small town famous. Just a porch light and a beat up case, but I finally found my place.
Small town famous. That's what it's all about right there. All right, guys, our next song up right here is called Late Night Songs on the Radio. You're listening to Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music. We'll be right back after this song.
Down in a small town south of Nashville, where the street lights faded slow, I'd twist that old AM dial to a station I used to know. Low LAC 1510 coming through the midnight air. Those voices felt like heaven, and I was right there. Late night songs on the radio, dreaming under that southern glow. Chubby Checker twist and Richie Valens crying. The Supremes kept my young heart flying. Didn't know back then I'd ever be one of those names they'd someday see, singing my own late night song on the radio. Mom and Dad were fast asleep, but I was wide awake, with a 6-string dream and a transistor band, taking every note they'd make. Elvis shook, Buddy rolled, Ray Charles taught me soul, and somewhere in those static waves they carved my heart and soul. Late night songs on the radio, dreaming under that southern glow. The Platters crooning Fats Domino, Little Richard stealing the show. Didn't know back then I'd ever be one of those names they'd someday see, singing my own late night song on the radio. Now when I hear that crackling sound, takes me back to that sleepy town, where a boy with a dream and a radio found his life in a song long ago. Late night songs on the radio, WLAC 1510 in stereo. From Chubby to the Supremes, they were fuel for my dreams, and now when they spin my tune, I smile and know it all began with late night songs on the radio.
Late night songs on the radio right here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and music. Tim Dudley, how you doing? Glad to see you could make it right there. Our friend Tim Dudley, Elvis tribute artist, is in the house right now, ladies and gentlemen. What a great interview we had with him a few weeks back, and look, it's just really cool to see you in here, Tim. Thank you for tuning in. This next song up here, ladies and gentlemen, is called Rodeo Champion. It's about a gentleman that, older gentleman that used to sit on his porch all the time, and a kid from down the street used to come and listen to all the stories of him talking about the days when he was in the rodeo. And, the kid didn't know if he was true or not, but one day the kid went off to college and he come back to visit, and I'll let the song tell you the rest right here. This here's called Rodeo Champion, right here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
As a kid, I lived on the edge of town. There was a man who told me stories when the sun went down. He told them like he lived them, bronc riding, bull riding too, roping calves and chasing dreams. His stories seemed so true. Then one day I came home from college, saw a sign in the yard that read estate sale. I asked what happened to the old cowboy. A young man said, my dad's gone, he hit the trail. He asked me to come inside, said take a look around. That's when I saw the trophies and the saddles on the ground. Belt buckles on the wall, red champion all around. Top hand rookie of the year and best match right in town. There was one that said most desperation of cowboy, and right then it hit me, standing silent in that room of pride. That old man was a rodeo champion. His stories weren't just dreams, they were his life. Every bronc he broke, every bull he rode, he carried the dust and the scars of the show. Yeah, that old man was a rodeo champion. And now I know the stories were true. To that old front porch where we'd sit and talk for hours. Felt the wind blow through the air, smelled the faded wildflowers. I tipped my hat and whispered low, right easy, old friend. Your stories live forever, they'll be told again and again. That old man was a rodeo champion. His heart was tied to the saddle and the reins. Now every time the gate swings wide, I swear I hear his name. Yeah, that old man was a rodeo champion, and his spirit still rides on through that dusty trail.
There you go, the rodeo champion right there. No, Tim Dudley, that one's been out for quite a while right now. Just don't play it a lot. I've got so many songs. It's just amazing the the songs that I have written. I mean, they've added up. It's kind of crazy right here. So, no, that was probably, I think that one's on my first album called Colorado Country. But anyway, let's see here. Let's go ahead and play one that we haven't played in a while. This one here is called "Why Do All the Good Ones Go First?" We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
There's a darkness in this world I can't explain. People hurting people like it's some kind of game, while the kind ones are out there mending broken lives, helping neighbors and mowing yards, showing kids a better life. And every time I hear another angel's gone, Lord, it just feels wrong. So why do the good ones go first, Lord? Why do the strong hearts fade away? Why do the ones who lift us up get called home early every day? I don't know how you choose your angels, but it sure feels like a curse. Oh Lord, why do the good ones go first? Some folks spend their whole life causing nothing but pain, while the good souls are out there giving hope like rain. They're the ones who hold the car shows for the little kids, raise a little money, bring a little joy. God knows they always did. And then one day they're gone without a reason why, and all we can do is cry. So why do the good ones go first, Lord? Why do the strong hearts fade away? Why do the ones who lift us up get called home early every day? I don't know how you choose your angels, but it sure feels like a curse. Oh Lord, why do the good ones go first? Maybe you need them up there more than we do down here, to shine a little brighter, to chase away the fear. Lord, if you're listening, keep a few here too. This broken world still needs the work they do. So why do the good ones go first, Lord? Why do the gentle souls disappear? Why do we keep on losing heroes we all needed right here? I know you got a plan in heaven, but down here it still hurts. Oh Lord, why do the good ones go first?
Guys, that does it for the first half of Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start our intro song again, so I know where to split and make two copies here. And we'll be right back here with Allen Pezo. This is Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music, part number 2, coming up here in just a minute.
and gentlemen, welcome to Pedal to the Metal, the podcast where horsepower meets heart. From the shine of collector cars to the roar of race cars and the thunder of monster trucks, we've got it all! So buckle up your seatbelt, turn on the gas, and grab your favorite brew, cause the ride starts now! And now, here's your host, Roller.
Welcome right here. If you just tuned in, this is part 2 of Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music. Welcome. 8,000 people strong tonight in the building. 8,000 strong.
Roll.
Hey man, we're 8,000 strong tonight. A new record for attendance here in the studio. Appreciate you guys all coming out. You guys up in the mezzanine, I hope you have a good show. We're going to have a fun time tonight, man. We're going to be, I tell you what, let's just go ahead and bring that applause down a little bit, okay? Let's just calm down here. Allen Pezo will be on here in a minute, and then you guys can get crazy if you want right there, okay? Like I always say, I'm just Roller. I'm just the host of the show. But no, guys, we're going to be talking to Allen Pezo tonight. This man has had a fabulous career in the monster truck business. In fact, he's at a show right now. He'll be doing one this weekend. He was doing one last weekend. We've been playing Chase for a while here. And then creating his song this week, my program was being a son of a gun. That little son of a gun right there, I'll tell you. It was putting stuff in there that I didn't write. It was changing dates. It was doing all kinds of stuff. And we had to redo the song a couple of times. But, man, Allen gave us the thumbs up today. It was down to the last few seconds here, for getting the song queued up and getting it ready to go and stuff. But we managed to get her all done. And we're going to have a great time tonight, man. We're going to be talking to him and everything like that. But before we do, we'll go ahead and pay a few bills. We're going to take care of our sponsors. Now, remember, I'm a bad show host. I'm just a bad show host because I did not get the commercial changed, and I remember it every time I start playing the commercial for Rise and Grind. They do not have the coffee trailer anymore. They have a coffee cart, and the cart has allowed them to be able to go into buildings, and instead of sitting outside where it's cold or something like that and having you come outside to get, your office can call, and they can have these girls come up and they can bring their coffee cart. And I'll tell you what, man, I wish you guys lived closer here where you could experience the coffee from Rise and Grind Coffee, because it is amazing. It really is. And these girls are hard working, and they got a little coffee hut that they have, and during the summertime they have the car shows and stuff, and they're really killing it, man. So this is their old commercial. I promise, Mama, that I will get the new Rise and Grind Coffee commercial done here real soon. So here it is, Rise and Grind. We'll be back in a minute after paying some bills here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music. Hey, lug nuts. Need pick me up to start your day? Then it's time to go to Rise and Grind. At Rise and Grind Coffee in Parker, Colorado, you'll find everything from bold espressos to creamy lattes to refreshing chai teas and smoothies. Whether you love it regular or decaf, we've got the perfect cup waiting for you. Hungry? Grab a hot breakfast burrito and a fresh muffin to go with your drink. And don't forget to check in on our merchandise. Perfect gift for any coffee lover. Planning on an event? Rise and Grind brings coffee to you with our family-equipped portable coffee trailer. Perfect for weddings, meetings, celebrations of any kind. Stop by at 475 Singing Hills Road in Parker or give us a call at 480-212-3787. That's 480-212-3787. Rise and Grind Coffee, fueling your day one cup at a time. Hey Hey, Lugnuts, take a look at our new partner, 69 Graphics and Design, a small design and marketing company big on personalized service. They work close with you to get your business noticed with graphics that stand out and get attention. 69 Design focuses on stickers, decals, and graphics for your hot rods, custom projects, or business marketing. 69 Design also includes logo design, brochures, signs, business cards, banners, custom apparel, vehicle graphics, and much more. Remember, that's 6 and the number 9 graphics and design. Or go to 69design.com or find them on Instagram at 69design. All right, guys, we're back right here. We're back, and let's just try to. We're going to give him a call a little early right here. He's about 2 hours ahead of us, so I would imagine that he would like to maybe get done with the show so he could probably... Hello, Kevin Rudder. How are you? We might be calling him too early, too. There he is.
Hello.
Hello, Allen Pezo. This is Roller with Pedal to the Metal Motors and Music. How are you, sir?
Dude, I'm doing absolutely fantastic.
Where are you sitting right now? What town?
We're in Chatham, Virginia.
Chatham, Virginia. You got a big show to this weekend?
Yeah, we got 3 shows coming up on Saturday and 1 show coming up on Sunday.
What, you got 3 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday? Wow.
Yep.
What time does that first show start?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, and are the shows 2 hours long?
Yes, right close to it, yes.
Alan, that don't give you no time in case something breaks to fix anything.
You got that right.
It don't even give you time to eat your post toasties, man. Yeah,
No.
you're a working machine, brother. You know, but if anybody can do it, I know you can do it. It wouldn't be your first rodeo, would it?
No, sir.
You know, Alan, number one, I appreciate you so much for being on the show. I really do. I know we played a lot of tag this weekend, and I hope I wasn't too bothersome trying to get information from you and trying to let you listen to songs and stuff, but I just had to get some things done, and we succeeded, didn't we?
Well, it was an extreme bother, but, we'll deal with it.
And just send a check, right? That's all we need, just some funds. You know, Alan, number one thing that I got to mention to everybody is I've known Alan for a long time. We've done a lot of shows together and stuff like that. But it was always a pleasure to see Alan, but it was a big pleasure to see Alan's dad. Alan's dad traveled with him for how many years, Alan?
Well, 42 years till he passed away last November.
Oh, I tell you what, and what a great man. I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you needed a chiropractor and you couldn't get to one, that man, he could fix you up, couldn't he?
Oh, I've seen numerous times, just absolutely amazing. People, crawl into his office, on their hands and knees in such pain, can't even move. Gives them an adjustment and actually walk out of the office with no pain.
Yeah, he was totally. I can't remember the town we was in, but I had hurt my back doing something, picking up something, and man, he fixed me right up. It was always good to know that he was at a show, and we do miss him. I promise you that. So thank you for sharing your father with us.
Absolutely, he was ate up with it just as bad as you and I are.
Yeah.
It's just. I miss the guy every day, and I thank God that I had him as long as as long as I did. He was 96 years old.
Wow.
When he passed, so he lived a great full life for sure.
Yes, he did. He had a full life at 96. I don't think I'll ever see 96 myself, to be honest with you.
I'll be lucky to see that myself.
Well, let's start out here. Born in Saginaw, Michigan.
Yep.
Growing up as a boy in Saginaw, what created you to start getting into motorsports or getting into any kind of racing or anything like that?
Well, I started out like everybody else, when you get your first bicycle and, you go out and you want to race all your kids, your neighbors and friends and all that. You want to kick their butt. And then got into BMX racing for a couple years. And then, it turned into motorcycle racing, and then it turned into snowmobile racing, and just one thing after another, and just kept growing, more and more from there.
Wow. And that was kind of you were about 7 years old, maybe somewhere around in there when you started doing all that?
Yes.
Wow. And
Yep.
and you can't, I mean, it's amazing the people that we talk to, the drivers that we talk to that started out in the BMX, Joey Sylvester, that's just one, and he's still riding today, and he's been in the monster truck business forever, and just a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them over there that started out with the pedal bikes and stuff, moved into motocross and stuff like that. So that's an amazing start right there. So what caused you to get into what made you wake up one morning and go, I'm going to build a monster truck?
Well, I'm not sure the exact year it was, but when Bigfoot came to the Pontiac Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan,
right?
I was a wee little kid sitting in the stands, and he did that very first car crush that basically is this crazy ride that we're on, and I was so overblown up with that. It's like, oh my goodness, I have to do that. That just set the ball in motion from there.
Well, so that's, you're starting out as a little kid, so the fever already hit you, and right. But how old were you when you physically built your first truck?
I was 15 years old when I built my first truck in 1983.
My goodness gracious, that's crazy. That's just crazy. Did you do it all by yourself? Did you have help?
No, my whole family, was involved in it, building the truck. Very fortunate. My whole family's been with me, throughout this whole journey. We've all been at it 43 years. It's just been an absolute blessing to have my whole entire family, on this ride from day one through to where we're at today.
Right. Yeah, it has been a great ride for you, man. I mean, it really has, and you have created some very well-known trucks. I mean, your first truck was Lone Eagle, is that correct?
That is correct. I built that. We bought a brand new Chevrolet truck, and when we brought it home from the dealer, it had 11 miles on the truck. We took that truck completely apart to build the first monster truck.
Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. That is just. So how long did you run Lone Eagle for?
Till the fall of 1987. When Chevrolet changed the body style for 1988, which went from the square body to the OBS body. I decided it was time to update, put the new body on, and that's actually when Predator was born. I did my very first show in New Haven, Connecticut, January 2nd or January 3rd of 1988 with the Predator body. And that's when it was born.
Wow. But you had another truck in between then, didn't you? There was Lone Eagle and was something else, wasn't there?
I had White Knight.
Yeah.
Was the second truck that I had built. Back in those days, the Ford Chevrolet rivalry was, absolutely huge. And a lot of the promoters was, hey, can you build a Ford truck for us? And we'd like to, for you to tour, the Chevrolet against the Ford to have that rivalry.
Oh, yeah.
So I did. I built a Ford Ranger, and we campaigned that for quite a few years before I ended up selling it. I sold it to another guy, and basically he ran it for a couple of years, turned it into a ride truck, and just kind of went that route with it. And I stayed more towards the racing aspect and the show portion versus ride trucks. But I did have early ride trucks early on also, which I still have today as well.
And you have a truck sitting in the Hall of Fame, correct?
Yes, that is the original Predator truck from 1988. And we actually go up and get it, and we use it part-time, so it kind of rotates in and out of the museum. and I still do a few old school car crushes every now and then with it.
How cool is that?
And it sure reminds me why technology is so good.
Yes, exactly. So, Alan, while you're sitting there talking about technology, explain to the fans out there, because there's some of them that don't know anything about monster trucks, but tell them what you mean by the technology compared that truck to today's truck.
Well, back then, the monster trucks, they were built, basically overgrown pickup truck with big tires on it to go out and crush cars.
Right.
And look good and have all that cool stuff on them. And then as technology evolved, suspensions, tires, wheels, chassis design, suspension design, everything all evolved into a lot better situation to where the original truck, if you had 3 inches of suspension travel in them days, you really had something.
Sure.
And now we're well over 30 inches of suspension travel. And back in the early days, we crushed the cars. Well, now we fly over the cars.
Yeah.
Land with ease.
And Alan, we're not even really using cars anymore, hardly at some of the shows. People are, because of the fact is the big heavies that were the great cars back in the day, they're gone. They're trashed, and so we've taken it and we're gone into big rubber tires or just big jumps and dirt ramps and stuff like that. Is there a different driving style that you had to acquire and teach yourself to get out on those kind of tracks?
Well, the dirt tracks, I will say, are way more consistent. Kind of from pass to pass to what to expect. Well, in the early days when we did car crushes, the cars bent in different directions every time that somebody would hit it. So you had to read the car as to how to, proceed hitting the car. Because it changed from pass to pass. So to where now the dirt is just way more consistent. It's way easier actually than during the old days of all the car crushing.
Sure, exactly. Did your trucks always have the Hemi motors in them?
Well, no. Originally, we had big block Chevrolets.
Right.
Then the Ford actually had a Ford motor in it. And then when racing really took off, is when I switched over to the Hemi stuff, which would have been probably late 80s, early 90s. Kind of when like TNT racing, kind of took off.
Yeah.
When I switched over to the Hemi stuff, and I've been there ever since.
And that Hemi motor, it's such an iconic motor anyway, and I think it really, these motors that the kids run nowadays, and some of the 572s and all that, that's the younger crowd understands it. But when you talk about a Hemi motor, everybody and their brother understands the power that motor has.
Well, in the early days, I bought the best parts that money could buy. And I still try to do that, buy the best parts that money can buy. And I had Chevrolet stuff that would run very, very well. And I bought, parts to put the first Hemi together, put that in the truck, and went out the first weekend. I was like, oh my gosh, there was no comparison. It would take 1.5 Chevrolets or 1.5 Fords to equal what that Hemi did on its worst day.
Right.
The design of the combustion chamber in the head, and the airflow that goes through, the intake charge goes straight down into the valve to make more horsepower. The Hemi is just designed and loves putting air on top of it. It's just unreal difference what it makes.
Right. Now your Hemi motors that you're running now, how many horsepower are you running in those motors?
I would say anywhere from 1,800 to 2,000, probably.
Wow, that's some horses, man. That'll definitely make an attention getter out of that truck.
Well, it sure puts a smile on my face. When I put
As an announcer, it always put a smile on my face. I'm going to tell you that right now. You could feel the ground, and there is a difference. I mean, there is a difference. You could feel the ground vibrating and stuff. It's just a whole different beast. Now, as far as mate, as far as go ahead.
We get it all the time, and the autograph line after the show, and I don't know how many hundreds of times we've had it. Well, why is your truck so loud? Because of the horsepower.
Yes.
It goes along with it. And he says, "Man, your truck is so much louder than everybody else's out there."
Yeah, it is. But that's all right. It's what's brought you into the full realm of monster truck racing. I'll promise you that right now. So, is there a lot of more maintenance on a Hemi motor than a regular, say, Chevy motor, Ford motor?
Well, not really maintenance-wise, but longevity. They last a lot longer. The bearing life, I would say, is 2 to 1.
Wow.
It's just the bottom end of the blocks are just so stout that nothing moves down there, so the bearings just they last a lot better. And that motor was designed. It's an aftermarket all aluminum piece. It was basically designed on the original 426 Hemi pattern, but everything now is aftermarket. And that motor is capable of 13,000 horsepower when it's on nitromethane.
Yeah, no joke. No joke. Exactly right.
We are not even remotely touching the capability what that motor will make.
Right, exactly. Well, you just can't have that big of a horsepower motor inside the doors, man. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work at all.
No, I would sure like to, though.
Oh my God, I bet you would. That would be a dream come true for you, Mr. Pezo. I'll guarantee that right now, for sure.
I'm a sucker for horsepower, I can tell you that.
And there's always a need for speed in your life, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. So you got the toter home and all that now, or are you staying at the motels? What do you use for your residence when you're on the road?
We got the toter and we stay at the venues, and just makes it just that much more convenient. Basically you carry your home with you.
Sure. Well, it's everything's there. You know where it's at. It's kind of nice because, working all weekend long, especially doing like shows that you're going to do 3 in one day and then another one the next day, you got to have a place that's comfortable and that you can go. And motel rooms just don't get that comfortable, do they?
Yeah, well, that's correct. And to me, a motel room kind of is a little bit of a waste because you're not there anytime during the day. By the time we get done at night, done with the show, by the time we get back to a room, it's probably midnight or after, and then you're back up at 6 or 7 in the morning to go do it all over the next day. It's like you're there for 5 or 6 hours. It's like, okay, why am I wasting this money?
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. Plus, and I don't know if they do it no more. I think that it's probably gone by the wayside because some of the new drivers just don't have that bonding. But the barbecues and stuff that we used to have after the shows and different things, the cookouts and stuff like that, that's very important in a driver's world, to get out there and just sit around and eat some good food and just tell old stories.
Well, that's one of the unique things involved, and as well as I do in our industry, it's like a big family.
Yes.
And that is one of the unique things that a lot of other sports doesn't have. Even during the show, okay, everybody helps everybody. If somebody breaks down, you're over there trying to help them put their stuff back together to go out and perform,
right,
and get back out in front of the fans. That's what it's all about. And after the fact, if you have a part in your trailer that they need, or they got a part that you need, just go get it. We'll worry about it at after the fact.
Right.
Get it back out and running. Then when it's all done, we all get together, hang out, tell stories, tell lies. Oh, sorry, not lies, but
exaggerated truths.
There you go. It's a huge family, and it's absolutely. It's changed from the early days till now, but it's starting to, come back around to where the families are kind of getting together again. So, and that's great to see.
It is, there's nothing better than watching somebody's kids grow up and then all of a sudden one day you look over and you happen to be racing them or something, and they're in the and you've watched that little one grow up into what he's becoming, a young man, young lady, whatever. That's a pretty cool feeling.
Well, absolutely. And like this tour that we're on right now, they're kind of, billing it as a Young Guns tour. Basically, right now it's all second generation drivers. My son is driving. A couple of the other truck owners, their sons are driving. So it's kind of gratifying that it's going to be passed down through the family.
Right, exactly. Now, is there a bond with the younger drivers like there was with you guys and stuff?
I think there's starting to be. Not quite to that level, but I do believe it's starting, yes.
Now, are they willing to help out the next person get ready for racing, or is it just, hey, I'm here to win and that's the way it is?
No, everybody's willing to pitch in and get somebody back out, because ultimately we have a show to produce, and as much as you want to be a racer or this or that or showman or whatever, we are entertainment.
Yes, we are.
And we need to look from that side. And if you don't recognize that, then you're obviously doing it for the wrong reasons.
Guaranteed, yeah, because they always say if you want to go broke, just get into the monster truck business. If you don't really like it or not, it's because things break, things fall apart, costs a lot of money.
I'm trying to decide, after 43 years, whether I like it or not, whether I want to or not. But I'm slow to make decisions, so I'm thinking this thing out thoroughly. And I'm kind of thinking, well, yeah, it might be all right. I might stick with it.
Will you get back with us and kind of let us know your decision?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So, who do we have running with you this weekend? Who's there? What trucks?
We've got Outlaw. We've got T-Rex. We've got Shark Attack, Locomotive, and Sheriff.
Wow. Now, whose show is it?
It is the Monster Truck Wars show.
Monster Truck Wars. Wow. So, Alan, really, if you really think about it, you were probably one of the forerunners of the three-dimensional bodies.
Yeah, there was 3 bodies made basically when it started. Mine, Dan Patrick Sampson,
right,
and a Bigfoot snakebite.
Right.
Those were the 3 bodies that started it all.
And to see where they've come today, what do you think about that?
It's pretty amazing, and it's kind of crazy now, the amount of concept bodies that are out there.
Yeah.
The cool pickup bodies now are kind of the concept of the early days. It's kind of strange to see a normal looking, monster truck versus the ones that are now all concept bodies.
That's the truth, yeah. A lot of square body trucks.
Yes. They're very popular, that's for sure.
Guaranteed. Popular with the crowd and the drivers and everything like that. So have you sat up inside of one of the new 3D bodies just to check it out?
I actually, last summer, I filled in at one of the Hot Wheels shows, and we put one of the Mega Rex bodies on my channel. And I got to run in Nashville. They're at home, 15 miles from home, and had a great time with that. That was absolutely kind of a highlight, I guess, so to say.
What compare your Predator body to that truck, and tell me the visionary spots. Are they good? Are they bad? What was it like?
That's one of the downfalls of that particular body, and I guess some of their other bodies are the same way. Visibility was very poor. And if I was to run that, at a later date again, we would have to figure out some other ways of getting, your visibility back to you.
Sure. Because that's most important, if you, especially you're running in an arena that's got dashers or something like that. Plus, just making sure that you're not running into anybody, because you're not really looking over the hood. You're looking way out and past the hood,
Absolutely.
Wow, that's crazy. So, why did you go with the cat theme in the monster trucks, in your bodies? What made you do that?
I had the Predator name from early on, from 1988, and I kind of put the name, Predator. What would be the ultimate, predator? And I just thought, well, man, a big jungle cat has got to be one of the top apex predators, in the world. So I kind of used the name to try and come up with a concept for the body, and that's how it all developed.
And then you just stuck with that name through all your trucks, Predator, Prowler, Prancer, all of them, just that was kind of your signature truck.
That is correct.
Number one, plus the bodies were all really the same body, but just different paint schemes, correct?
That's absolutely correct.
So did you design the body, or did you have somebody design it, or how did that come about?
I designed it, and George Link with the GTS fiberglass actually made the plug, made the mold, and made the parts for me.
So, go ahead.
He's really a revolutionary guy. He's the first one that ever produced a fiberglass body for the monster trucks.
Wow, that's crazy. So, how many pieces are on one of your trucks? How many parts make the whole truck? Body parts.
Body-wise?
Yeah.
Well, we've actually taken the cab now. The cab is actually 3 pieces, which makes it much easier to put on. And also, if you roll over, each door is 1 piece, then the roof section is 1 piece. So the top of the doors bolt to the roof section. If you lay it over and ruin a door, you can unbolt that door and put another one back in its place and have a brand new body again. So right now there's 7 pieces to a body.
7 pieces. Now, do you carry 7 pieces of an extra body just in case with you?
No, when we go out, we've got 2 trucks and 8 tires in the trailer.
Yeah, exactly.
There's really no room, to put any extra of that in there. It takes up so much.
Well, hey, it wouldn't be the first time that you rode around with one with a door missing or something like that, right?
Unfortunately, that happens.
Yeah, it does. And it's not on purpose, it's just those accidents happen every once in a while. You throw a 10,500-pound monster truck up in the air so many times, something's going to happen.
Yes. And the amazing part, in the grand scheme of things, you think about it, there is no other vehicle in existence that takes the abuse time after time after time like a monster truck does. That's and true. Keeps.
They should have made a Timex commercial with a monster truck instead of the cars.
Yeah.
If John Cameron Swayze was a little older and the monster trucks were around, I think they might have done something like that, because I don't know if a Timex would still take a licking and keep on ticking in a monster truck.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, you're a little guy and you see Bob Chandler, and he just makes it happen for you, and makes your dream, and you started off. What's it like now to have Bob Chandler as a personal friend? Because I know you guys are personal friends, man.
Absolutely. Bob is a great guy. I met Bob, early on, when I first started.
Right.
And, we've been friends throughout the years, and he's just absolutely amazing, and very, very humble. Really doesn't try to, take all the ultimate credit for something that he has, created. He's created an industry that's just absolutely huge, and yet he tries to be so humble and not even take credit for it.
Sure.
It's just absolutely amazing.
So, when I started working with Stanley and stuff, we'd always talk, and I used to ask him really who the first monster truck out there was, and he always told me that it was Jeff Dane. Is that true, or was it Bob Chandler?
Well, that's always been a rivalry of who did first and who did what, but and I don't know. That was,
It's a loaded question, isn't it?
Loaded question, and I really don't know the 100% correct answer. whether whether it was Jeff Dean or it was Bob Chandler or somebody else, but it really doesn't matter. The industry was created, and Bob was right there at the forefront. And without him, I can guarantee you this industry would never be where it's at today.
Oh, I'll guarantee you. I'll guarantee you that. I've never really knew Jeff or talked to him or anything like that. But I can pick up the phone right now and call Bob Chandler, and I know he'd answer the phone if he wasn't busy. But it seems like Bob has instilled his thinking and his methodology into every one of his drivers. Every one of his drivers are humble. They're good people. They're great people to work with. They take pride in what Bob has created, the name and stuff. They take pride in the equipment and stuff. That's got to be a pretty good feeling for somebody like Bob Chandler.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll give him credit too. He does have fantastic equipment, and and he's always surrounded himself with great people. In order to move forward, you've always got to surround yourself with great people.
Well, that's true. That is true. So, Alan, what was it like? And I know I couldn't tell the race or not, but what was it like when you beat your first Bigfoot truck?
Well, that's pretty huge. Here's a guy that's got no budget at all, and going out and kicking their butt. And they got multi-million-dollar budgets, and that sure gives you some confidence.
Where was it at?
I don't even remember where the first one was at, but there's been multiple times
Sure.
Through the years we have beaten them, and they've beat us too. So
Well, of course.
Everybody has their days.
This is true. That's why they call it racing, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's exactly it. So, what is your most memorable race that you ever raced in your life's career so far?
Well, I can say that one of the coolest things that ever happened was I actually got to race Bob Chandler back in the early days, which not a lot of people can say. Now we were up to Toronto, Ontario, up to the Sky Dome, and or CNE Center, somewhere up there, and we actually got to race with him, and that's probably one of the biggest memories I'll ever have, is just being able to race against Bob.
Right. I mean, that's and what truck was you in then?
I was actually in the Lone Eagle truck.
The Lone Eagle truck, man. So you're sitting there at the line and you're getting ready to take off. I know you've glanced over there, and all of a sudden you see there's the man that's got you into the sport. What went through your mind?
Just hoping that I could keep my truck together.
Oh man, that's great. Did you ever race against Kramer and them?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he was. He had his own driving style, didn't he?
There's absolute truth to that. And definitely one of the greatest drivers of all time.
Oh, I promise you that. And then of course I know you've ran against Runte and them and all that, and sure was sad to lose somebody like Dan. Dan was a great man.
Oh, Dan was one of my best friends in the world, and and that still hurts today. That he has gone on to go home. And it's rough.
Yeah, it is. I got Larry Swim next month on the show on the 8th, and we talked about this just probably hours after I heard the news, and I told him, I said, we have to do a tribute show as for Dan, and we have to have people call in and tell their favorite Dan Runte stories and stuff like that. So I asked him, I said, Larry, are you ready on the 8th to do this tribute show? And he sat there and sat there and sat there, and I said, well, let me just make it easy for you. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm just asking you if you are, because if you're ready, I'll try to come through it and make it happen, but I'm going to tell you I'm going to be a wreck. And he said, you know what, dude, I'm the same way. He says, I'm not ready yet. So I think we'll pull that one off maybe in the spring or something like that. So we'd love to have you on there for that one for sure. But let's go ahead and let's go. We're talking here. First race win was in 1980, correct?
Somewhere in that area.
And who was that win against?
I don't remember, to be honest.
Don't remember. How about the freestyle win, same time?
Yeah, there's been so many.
Right, yeah.
I'm getting old, and my memory's not as good as what you...
I hear you, man. I know what you mean. I really do. I have to put my name on my belt just to remember my name. But the most memorable thing, the induction into the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely. To be voted in, by your peers, like Bob Chandler, Jasmer, Jeff Dane,
Uh-huh.
all that were the originators.
Right.
There doesn't get any better than that.
So, you're nominated in, and then now you have a truck in there. And, that'll be if Jeff Wildman can get it done, he hopes that it carries on for a lifetime, and your guys are going to be etched in stone as the one of the predecessors to monster trucking, man. That's got to be an awesome feeling.
Well, it is. Absolutely. When I built that first truck, I was like the fifth or sixth truck ever in existence.
Uh-huh.
So I am basically, right there also, with all the pioneers, and to see what has come through to today is just absolutely phenomenal.
Exactly. Yeah. I've never been to the Monster Truck Hall of Fame, and I keep saying I'm going to go, and I am going to go someday. What is it? What is it like? I mean, I before you get into that story, I asked Jeff the other day. I said, Jeff, do you have a broom closet in the very back of the building? And he goes, well, why? I said, well, if you do, is there anything on the back side of the door? He goes, well, why are you asking this? I said, because if I'm ever voted into the Hall of Fame for some strange reason, that's where I want to be, because that's about the only place that I'm going to be is the back side of the door. But that's got to be such an honor. I mean, my goodness, like you said, to have your peers vote for you and stuff like that. And just tell us a little bit about what's all in there. What does people get the chance to see?
Well, you get a chance to see history.
Yeah.
And I'm actually vice president of the museum, and Jeff Cook is president.
Uh-huh.
And him and I got together 2009, and we put our heads together. Just kind of before I get to that point, he didn't know that I was putting my truck back together. My original truck that's actually was at the museum, which I have it now at the shop. But I restored that back in 2009. Because at that point, in my mind, a lot of the newcoming fans had no idea where we had begun, where the sport had begun, because the newest stage trucks are out, so they come to the show, and that's how they thought the trucks were. I said, no, we need to kind of step back in time and show the people where we began from,
right?
Because a lot of people don't know. So I restored that truck back in 2009. Well, when they kind of reopened the Pontiac Silverdome after it had been closed for a bunch of years, I debuted my truck up there when it got restored.
Uh-huh.
And I hadn't talked to Jeff in probably 10 years or so, prior to that. He found out that, that show went on and seen I had restored my truck. So he reached out to me on Monday morning and said, man, what a coincidence, because he was restoring his first truck that he was going to start, campaigning.
Uh-huh.
And then we got talking, and it kind of snowballed, this and that. I said, we need to create a Hall of Fame and a museum to preserve our industry.
Right.
So him and I put our heads together, and that's what we have come up with is, our museum and our Hall of Fame and all that. And because at the time, I was like, man, nobody, once our generation is gone, nobody's going to remember the early history because it's been so long ago.
Right.
We need to document. We need to provide, this and that from day one on up to current deals. So we were very fortunate that the Cruise Museum in Auburn, Indiana, gave us a space to create the first monster truck museum and then Hall of Fame.
Uh-huh.
And we were there for man, I think probably close to 10 years. And then we were finally able to buy our own building, which we now own the building that our museum is housed in. And we do our Hall of Fame inductions and ceremonies and everything in our own building now.
Right. And Jeff was saying that he's finding more and more people are coming earlier and staying throughout the week just because of haven't seen this driver in such a long time and just different things like that. He said it's really turned into something pretty big.
Well, I can just say it's probably like a huge family reunion.
Right.
And it's actually good for everybody, fans included, to come out and see people that are from the beginning of the industry as well as current people that are in the industry now. In the amount of history you can see if you come to the museum, there's memorabilia. We've got trucks on display. Some of the memorabilia you can't even imagine, from say 1979. You might see something that, is from that era on all the way up through the years. It's just amazing how much stuff has actually come out of the woodwork, and we've got on display there so that people can enjoy it and kind of learn, wow, that's where the sport began, and it's not what it is now, and it's just, the transformation has just been absolutely phenomenal throughout all the years.
Right. We used to do a show in Lake Charles, and I was privileged enough, along with Colby Marshall and Matt Eisen, Sean Green. They took me over where they had Mertz, Southern Sunshine, and Cajun King, and I got to see those trucks restored back to their glory days. And we had Glenn, our Mertz brother, intro the trucks that evening for the very first show, and he brought it in, and it gave me such really, it brought tears to my eyes to see that truck brought back from where it was to come into that building as a monster truck that really was in there to start beginning of monster trucks.
Absolutely, and believe it or not, now that's kind of weird that you brought that up. We have been in contact with the guy that now has
Gary.
Yes.
Okay.
Within the last 2 weeks, we've been in contact with him and trying to figure out somehow or another if we can get that truck picked up and brought up to the museum.
It needs to be there, man. That was my next. I was going to ask you, Alan, how can we get this truck in there? Because it's such a, the last time I seen it, it was perfect. I don't know what condition it's in now.
It's not in real good condition right now from what I've been told. It will need, basically a restoration, which that's not hard. We've got enough of us that'll, we'll do that. And, like I said, and it's kind of strange you brought that up because, like I said, we've been in contact with him in the last couple of weeks.
Is he receptive to the idea?
Don't know. I was not the one that actually spoke with him. Another guy that I know was the one that spoke with him, and we're still trying to figure out all that, whether he's really receptive to it or not. Right.
I've never met Gary. Well, I take that back. I think I might have met him that night, but I'm not real sure. But anyway, I think if enough of us fans of the sport can find an address or something and write him letters and say how much it would mean to us to see that truck in the museum, I think we all could persuade him to do that, because that truck definitely needs to be part of it. And so many others, don't get me wrong, not just that truck, but so many others,
Yeah, we're starting, finally, a bunch of the older trucks are starting to resurface again, which is pretty awesome.
Right.
A lot of them need a lot of care to be brought back to their glory days, because they've been sitting for 25 or 30 years.
Right. they make parts for them. That's one, like, Southern Sunshine. I mean, you can still get front fenders for it and stuff like that if you need them or whatever, and everything else can be either retooled or redone. So I don't see any problem. But the first time I crawled into it, I opened up the door and he's got velour interior in there. I was like, wow, Mert used to cruise it in comfort and style,
Well, and that's the way it was in the early days. When we built those trucks, they were show trucks. They were not race trucks. They were show trucks that went out and just crawled over the cars and crushed the cars. And that was one of the things when we kind of judged everybody by, well, you look at this truck, man. Look at that truck. That's beautiful. I mean, look at all the detail and the chrome and the interiors in it are just immaculate. And the way everything was presented, that was that time and era.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Well, I hope and I pray that something like that happens, because that truck and many other trucks deserve that kind of treatment. So how much room do you guys have, to put some monster trucks? How big is the building? Do you have extra space that's not being used yet?
No, right now we're pretty much at capacity. I think we've got 9 or 10 trucks in there right now. And we want to expand. We just got to come up with some funding. And right now, we're all on donations, trying to fund the building. And we've done okay so far, but we definitely need some more donations out there to the museum to preserve our history. And then, if fans are interested, we do a spring show, and I think it's in May. Don't hold me to that. And then we do one in September also. We do a full-blown show 2 times a year there to raise money for the museum. The fans, they can go to monstermuseum.org and get all the information about the museum and different events that we have there throughout the year.
Right. Well, I've asked Jeff if he would allow me to put a click point on my website and stuff like that that'll direct people to the museum, and also any kind of funding or anything, where they can donate and stuff. And he was gracious enough to say that he was going to let me do that. So I want to try to help out any way I can, of course. And if I can have people that don't know nothing about monster, because we have a lot of folks in here that don't know very much about monster trucks, and they're learning through all these stories that we hear that you guys are telling, and they're starting to ask intelligent questions, more than how much does a tire weigh or something like that, and it's pretty cool to see that. And I want to be able to have a spot in there where they can go and click and donate or see the museum, and it takes you right to you guys' website. So Jeff said he was going to make that happen for me.
Good deal. If he doesn't get on him and make him get that done. So,
well, I talked to him like 10 minutes before showtime, and I sent him the thing, and I said, hey, dude, I said, I need you to okay the songs that I sent you, number one, because your interview will be coming up before you know it, and number two, I need that information for the museum and stuff, and I know he's been through with a lot of health issues and stuff, and then plus teaching school and doing all that stuff that he's doing. He's a busy man, and I hate to bother you guys, I really do, but I got to have that stuff, and if and it's just important that I get it, so I want to make sure that it's taken care of.
It's a hard thing to do, so it's tough.
Oh, sure it is. Well, I guess what I need to do is I need to create a song for the Monster Truck Hall of Fame.
There you go.
What do you think? What do you think genre of music I should use for that? Because I'm going to do that. I'm going to write that down right here. Hold on just a second. And I am going to create something, and I'm going to send a copy to you, and I'm going to send a copy to Jeff, and I'm going to let you guys approve it. What do you think? What do you think that genre should be?
I wouldn't even have a clue.
How about if I make one for country for you, like you like, and then I make one that's rock or metal, like Jeff likes, and then we'll make a third one that's both of them combined together.
There you go. There you go.
And that way we can do it. Let's see here. Let me write this down. Monster Truck Hall song. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to get some information on what trucks are in there and stuff like that. Maybe I can do something like that and get a hold of you guys. So we'll go from there. So speaking of songs, now would be probably a good time that we play The Predator. What do you think?
That would be great.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time that you're going to hear it. This is Allen's song called The Predator. As you know, we are putting out an album pretty soon with all the Monster Truck Drivers songs that are out there that's been on the show. And we have quite a few right now. So we're going to be putting Allen's in there. And ladies and gentlemen, you're going to listen to The Predator right now here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music. We'll be right back.
Born up in Saginaw, 1968. Allen Pezo raised to get work done. Small town roots and a fire inside. Dreaming big with nothing to hide. Grew up wrenching in a cold garage. Calloused hands fighting the odds. Didn't have much but he had that drive. Built his name one bolt at a time. First came Lone Eagle, bold and strong. A working man's truck just rolling on. Then White Knight came into the light. Built for power, built to fight. From steel and vision the dream grew wide. Every build had his name and pride. Then a new beast took shape in time. A reborn eagle, the predator would climb. He's the predator, tearing up the ground. Hearing that Hemi motor thunder, feel that sound. Crushing cars and breaking through. Every run like something new. From Saginaw roots to the nationwide show. That truck meant business everywhere it goes. Yeah, built from grit and a working man's fire. The predator fueled by a lifelong desire. Prowler came with a different name. Built for family but the same true flame. For his cousin Dave Pezo behind the wheel. Another machine made strong with steel. Same hard work, same bloodline pride. Different truck but the same drive inside. From the shop floor to the roaring crowd, they stood their ground and made them proud. They're built, not bought, yeah, that's the code. Every scar tells a story down the road. Late nights working, chasing perfection. Blood and steel in every direction. Crowd on their feet when he hits that line. Power and control every single time. No shortcuts, no easy way. Just hard-earned miles day by day. He's a predator, tearing up the ground. Hearing that Hemi motor thunder, feel that sound. Crushing cars and breaking through. Every run like something new. From Saginaw roots to the nationwide show. That truck meant business everywhere it goes. Yeah, legend built from sweat to fire. The predator fueled by a lifelong desire. Years roll on and the name stands tall. From Lone Eagle days through it all. White Knight shining, prowlers run, and the predator still ain't done. Hall of Fame, yeah, he earned that place through years of grit and a life of chase. Not just a truck, but a working man. Allen Pezo built it with his own two hands. He's a predator, tearing up the ground. Hearing that Hemi motor thunder, feel that sound. Crushing cars and breaking through. Every run like something new. From Saginaw roots to a legend's place. You can't replace that kind of race. Yeah, a lifetime built on heart and fire. The predator runs on pure desire.
you go, guys. That's the Predator song right there. It was a little. My program was really kind of being cantankerous on me, Alan, and I apologize for stuff like this morning when I left. I had changed those dates. I knew those dates were wrong, but it was my fault. I didn't listen to it. I just shipped it off to you, and we had some dates wrong. We had some other stuff in there we had to change, but well, I guess we finally nailed it, huh?
Absolutely. It's just absolutely awesome. And, I thank you for that. That, that's not easy to pull that off in a short amount of time like you did. You did a fantastic job there.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. One thing that we didn't discuss was running with was it your cousin Dave? It was his name, right? That drove Prouncer?
Yeah, Prowler.
Prowler. What was it like running the road with a family member like that doing that?
Well, it's pretty good. Our family is very, very close-knit family.
Uh-huh.
We're not dysfunctional or anything like that. We are a very close family. He traveled. He actually was there. He was one of them ones also that helped build the original truck along with his brother Paul.
Uh-huh.
Both my cousins and my dad and my uncle Tony, and even our neighbors, they all come over and pitched in and helped put this first truck together with us. And I wouldn't have traded that for nothing. It was just a family experience to be able to do something constructive and come out with a finished product like we did. That's just I wouldn't trade that for nothing.
Good memories, very good memories, I'll tell you. Well, Alan, I know that it's late where you are, and I really appreciate you taking the time, but I guess I need to ask you one more question. What do you think about what's being done in the monster truck world with all the new kids, all the new stuff that they're doing, the tricks and all that stuff? How do you feel about that?
Well, I think it's actually gone, beyond where it needs to be.
Uh-huh.
They're hurting drivers. They're definitely tearing up equipment, and it needs to be toned back down a little bit. It's definitely getting out of hand.
Right. I can remember sitting at a show with Bobby Holman, who's going to be on the show here pretty soon. And, he was telling me that his doctor told me that a heart can be tore out of its position in your chest by, I forget how many, it wasn't very much pressure, and it seems that this big air and this stuff that not only we're setting these kids up for lifelong problems as far as, maybe something happening where they die right there, it's just, it's a big, it's big, big.
It's coming, unfortunately it's coming.
And you hate to hear that, I mean, these kids are what the problem is they're like all of us were when we were young. We had no fear factor. We didn't. That wasn't in our vocabulary. We were game to try anything. And luckily, as the older we get, we start respecting things. And my dad always told me, this stuff has no brains. You're the only brains. And if you think you've mastered it, it's going to turn around and it's going to bite you in the butt, and it's not going to be a fun time. And he said that's a lot of people need to have that happen to them and not get hurt. And it happened to me with the Trans Am. I thought I had mastered driving, and I was going way past my limits in this Trans Am, and lost control of it, man. And it danced all over the road and went down an embankment, and it truly gave me respect on how fast things can happen. And I've never been only on bringing something out for a pit party or something, driving I've never driven a monster truck like that, and it's got to be able to happen with that big truck too.
Absolutely. And the second that you don't respect it, that is when you're going to get yourself in trouble. Especially
when you're used to driving a car on the road that might maybe have 175, 200 horsepower, or if you got a muscle car or something that's got a big motor in it, you might be 450, 500 maybe, and if you're a more experienced driver, maybe you got something with 600 or 700. But when you start driving with something with 2,000 horsepower, it's a complete game changer.
Absolutely. and then to do, what these trucks are designed to do, is just absolutely amazing. And things happen, in a split second, and sometimes you got to make them decisions, in split seconds.
Right, that's true. It is. So, what words of advice would you have for the young folks out there that are getting into the sport, that are out there doing the crazy stuff? As a senior driver in behind the wheel of many hours behind the wheel of a monster truck, what would be the best advice you could give these kids?
Well, just kind of relax, and go out and enjoy the ride instead of trying to create something that is going to hurt you for a lifetime.
Right.
These things are memorable. You can create memories. And for a lot of people, you can create memories for them. You don't have to go out and do all the stupid stuff that is happening. And hurt yourself. Because as a young person, you're gonna have to live with that for the rest of your life, and that's not great. To be able to, be hurt and then have problems for the rest of your life.
No.
Over something that's stupid.
Yeah, and the worst thing about it is maybe you don't get hurt, but maybe something that you did hurt or killed somebody in the audience, and then you got to live with that the rest of your life, and that would be even worse, I think.
Absolutely. Because it's something you won't never forget.
No, not at all. Not at all. Well, Allen Pezo, I ask all my drivers, I need your help. This is a baby of mine, and we just started it, 7 months ago maybe, or something like that. And I need you to tell all the other drivers your experience, whether it's good or bad, about the show. I need you to tell them about the show. I needed you to give them my phone numbers and say, hey, call this guy. He takes care of you, or if he don't, then don't give my number out. I'm not trying to make you do something you don't want to do. But if you feel that you've enjoyed the show, you've enjoyed this experience and stuff like that, and you think that these other guys would, you're my piece out there, my mouthpiece out there, because you're around it all the time, and I just need your help. And it would be more than honored to have somebody call and say, hey, Alan called me to call and say that you would put me on the show, and I drive this truck, and I'm interested in being in your show.
Well, I'll do that for you, brother.
I appreciate it so much. And I look forward, I still keep a toe in the water. I do one show a year up here in Colorado Springs, but I've always told Danny and them that, if they need me, or anybody, if they need me to come and announce a show, that I would be more than happy to do something if I can make it work. Maybe we get to run together again sometime, and that would be an honor.
Absolutely, and I got a bunch of irons in the fire. I can't say a whole lot yet, but we got a bunch of irons in the fire, and something definitely, when the irons come to light, definitely got you on that list.
Well, I appreciate it, Alan, so much. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend and a great show, and just make it a spectacular. That's all I ask.
Absolutely will, sir.
All right, buddy. You have a nice night, okay?
All right, you too. Take care.
All right,
brother.
Thank you. Okay. Guys, that's the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Allen Pezo, and what a great man he is. He, he's done some amazing stuff in the monster truck world, and still probably not done yet. And if you guys are really interested in the Monster Truck Hall of Fame, we're gonna have a link where you're gonna be able to go and check it out. If you're ever in the area where it's at, and I can get you an exact address and have that for you next week, you guys need to go check this out, because it is. It's something that, if you're any kind of a motorsports fan, you'll enjoy it, because I've heard nothing but the best out of it, and I want to be a big part and helps, promote it and really just kind of let everybody know that it's out there, and just enjoy it. So that's what it's all about. So we're going to take a quick break right here. I'm looking for a little bit of music right here. Let's see here. Let's do this. If you're a motorhead like myself or like Alan or anybody right there, we all need a little windshield therapy every once in a while. And what that windshield therapy is for me is getting behind the wheel of my C10 truck and leaving the radio off and listening to that motor sing. And it's some of the best therapy there is. We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music, with windshield therapy right here.
Been one of those weeks, nothing lined up right. Alarm clock mornings, long days, short nights. But the weekend's here and the sky's turning blue. Sun shining strong like it's calling me through. Keys hit the dash, door shuts clean. Fire that motor, hear that horsepower sing. All the noise in my head starts slipping away soon as those tires hit the end of the driveway. Windshield therapy, that's what I need. Just me and the road, let my worries bleed. Windows down, fresh air hitting my face. Favorite song on time, slowing its pace. County highway as far as I can see. Yeah, nothing heals me like windshield therapy. Climbing mountain roads lined with tall pine trees. Cool, clean air rolling in on the breeze. Smell of the forest, summer in the shade. Feels like the world finally hit the brakes. River rushing by right next to the lane. Sunlight dancing off the water again. Every curve feels like a brand new start. Every mile lightens a heavy heart. Windshield therapy, let it roll. Blacktop medicine for the heart and soul. Windows down, let that mountain air breathe. Every mile's taking more weight off me. Just me, my ride, and a little clarity. Yeah, I'm finding myself in windshield therapy. You can ride alone with a few good friends, laughing loud, hoping the road don't end. No clock, no plans, just moments made, turning simple drives into memories saved. Just me and my hot rod, taking it in. Wind talking back through the open wind. Sometimes the cure ain't what they prescribe. It's a stretch of road and a long, slow drive. Windshield therapy, peace of mind. Leave the mess of the world behind. Windows down, feel alive and free. Mountain air doing something good to me when life gets heavy and I need clarity. I find my fix in windshield therapy. Pine stand tall, river runs free. Just me, my ride, and the road ahead of me. Windshield therapy.
I enjoy that song, and I hate to take a song that I really like, the lyrics and the beat and the instrumentation and all that stuff, and change it. But if I could take that last bit of drums out, to me it's annoying. I'm sorry, I made the song, but that last set of drums, they needed to go away a long time before the end of the song, and that's just the way it is. So anyway, hey, you're listening to Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music. You guys will be able to hear all of these interviews on YouTube. I'll put this show up tomorrow. Then we'll be up there, and you can listen to all the interviews from day one. So there's some great ones in there. If you haven't heard them, if you're just a new member to Pedal to the Metal Music, Motors and Music, there's some great interviews in there. We have some great talent that was on the show, and we're going to have more. We're definitely going to have more. Now, the new website is out, like I told you. That's www.pedaltothemetalpodcast.com. And go in there, and if you are wanting to be on the show, submit an application. We'll take that application, we'll read it, check it out. It'll ask you just a few questions. It's not like an essay, not no big test or nothing like that. We just want to make sure that you're a right fit and that what you want to talk about is worthy of being on Pedal to the Metal. So I'm going to just be honest with you guys. There's probably a good chance that you're all going to get in if you put something in there. So because you're all just those kind of people that you stuck with us, and I'd love to hear what some people have to say that's not in the motorsports business, what they think about the show, what they've learned about the show, and stuff like that. I mean, that's an interesting thing that we want to know. So, we're trying to strive to bring good entertainment to you guys, and that's what it's all about. And we want to hear from our fans. And once again, that website is www.pedaltothemetalpodcast.com. And let's go ahead and play another song here. This song here is called Patina Is Not a Color, It's History. So I want you to think about that, okay? Y'all know what the patina paint jobs are. And it's not a color, really. It's a bunch of colors. But it's the history of that vehicle. So that's what this song's about. Patina is not a color, it's history, right here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
Sun bleached hood under a western sky, faded red where the years rolled by. Every scratch came honest, never planned. Grease-stained dreams in a working man's hands. Coffee cold, wrench turned slow. Midnight oil where the barn lights glow. Ain't no shame in the where you see that steel's lived a life just like me. Patina's not a color, it's history. Every mile's a story, yeah, true patina history. You can paint it up, make it shine like new, but you'll cover up the truth that's been through. Patina's not a color, it's history. Bench seat cracked from 1,000 rides, back road dust and a passenger side tailgate dents from a loading day. More than metal, it's the price we pay. Hand-me-down keys, an old man's grin. Son, don't erase where you've been. That rust ain't right, it's memory, holding tight to who we used to be. Patina's not a color, it's history. Every mile's a story, yeah, true patina history. Chrome don't talk and gloss won't stay, but scars still speak at the end of the day. Patina's not a color, it's history. They want it smooth, want it factory clean, like time never touched a thing. But life don't run on a showroom floor. It leaves its mark and leaves some more. Patina's not a color, it's history. Every mile's a story, yeah, true patina history. If this steel could talk, it'd tell you why. Pride don't fade and truth don't lie. Patina's not a color, it's history. Let it wear, let it show. That's the life we chose.
chose to know.
There you go. It is, it's not a color, it is definitely history for sure. Next song up right here is called All the Girls Think My C10 is Sexy. We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
Got her washed up Friday, sun going down, chrome on the bumper, tires turn loud, blue neon glow under an old bench seat, radio crackling out of hometown beat. I roll past the diner, hear my name, small town eyes know that sound again. Keys swing low, engine humming steady. Yeah, the night says I'm already ready. Dust on my boots, smile on my face. Main Street lights set the pace. All the girls think my C10 is sexy, hanging out the windows yelling, hey, come get me. Laughing too loud, hair in the breeze, turning every head when I ease through the streets. It ain't just me, it's the way she rolls. That old square body got a hold on their souls. Friday night lights and the radio's heavy. Yeah, all the girls think my C10 is sexy. Saturday rolls in, same old town, but it feels brand new when I roll around. Parking lot stories, tailgate laughs, cup holders full, time moving fast. They lean in close just to hear her idle say, boy, that truck should come with a title. Bench seat smiles, hands on chrome. Every mile feels a little like home. Engine talking, speakers loud. This old truck draws a crowd. All the girls think my C10 is sexy, hanging out the windows yelling, hey, come get me. Laughing too loud, hair in the breeze, turning every head when I ease through the streets. It ain't just me, it's the way she rolls. That old square body got a hold on their soul. Saturday night and the moon shines ready. Yeah, all the girls think my C10 is sexy. She ain't fast, she ain't new, but she knows how to steal a view. Little rust, little shine, whole lot of trouble on the county line. All the girls think my C10 is sexy. Camera phones out, swear they wanna text me. Heartbeat thumping with a kick drum beat. When I roll slow down Main Street, engine cooling as the sun comes up. One last song, one last cut. If loving a truck is something risky, I'll take that ride, 'cause all the girls think my C10 is sexy.
you go, man. When you got it, you got it. All the girls think my C10 is sexy. You know, have you ever had one of them weekends or one of them weeks that it starts on Monday? It gets worse on Tuesday. Wednesday's really bad. Thursday's just terrible. Friday just sucks. And then there's Saturday. You know what? Thank God there's Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels on a Saturday night right here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
I turned the key and the motor died. Truck sat still in the driveway. Bills on the seat, coffee gone cold. The sun came up the wrong way. I kicked that tire, said a short prayer. Had places to be, but I wasn't going nowhere. On Tuesday, I showed up just like I always had. Heart had low, boots laced tight. Boss shut the door, wouldn't look at me. Said, son, we're making cuts tonight. I shook his hand, walked back outside. Lost my job with a noonday sky. On Wednesday, the mechanic named the cause, wrote it down and slid it my way. Said that engine's done, it won't run again. More money than I could ever save. I folded that paper, put it in my pocket. Knew right then I couldn't stop it. Thursday, words turned sharp and loud. Kitchen walls heard every sound. She said she's tired of barely getting by. I said I'm trying, she just cried. We stood there both too proud to bend, saying things we couldn't mend. On Friday, I woke up to an empty room, silence where love used to be. A note on the table in her handwriting said she couldn't live like this with me. Don't call, don't follow, don't try to stay. That goodbye took her in the light away. Saturday night, so here I am on a Jack Daniels Saturday night. The week finally broke me down. No truck to drive, no job to hold, no love left hanging around. I didn't plan on ending up here, didn't see it fall apart this fast. But when a man runs out of answers, he drinks to the week that passed. And Saturday night, Saturday night, when you've carried all you can stand. Some weeks don't just test a man, they break him where he stands. Maybe Sunday brings a little light, maybe I'll try again someday. But tonight I'm learning how it feels when hope meets whiskey halfway. One last drink, then I'll head outside. Cold air cuts like a straight up truth. Long hard week carved in my bones, ending right here in this barroom booth.
Go. Thank goodness for Jack Daniels or R&R Reserve or whatever happens to be your drink of choice sometimes. Maybe a little moonshine, huh, Cousin Debbie? Little shine here and there every once in a while. Guys, I tell you what, man, it's been a good show. I enjoyed listening to Allen and talking and stuff. I am going to come up with the Monster Truck Hall of Fame song, and I just have to get some information from him. I will try to have that information for you on Sunday's show. Don't forget, we have Lindsey Johnson, the wife of BJ Johnson, the bad boy of monster trucks. Used to drive the Gas Monkey garage car for Feld Motorsports, Monster Jam. She has been a crew chief for a long time, even before she met BJ. She's going to have some great... It took a little talking for me to get her to come on the show, but she finally committed. I've got to get a song made for her, and she will be the second lady that I've had on the show. If you remember, we had Amber Skywalker, and I think this is going to be a good show. I really do. She has a great history as far as being a great crew chief. Her and BJ built the Gas Monkey car in just record time. In fact, when they put it in the trailer, the paint was still wet on the car, and BJ depended on her. He was there. He was there driving that truck, and he depended on her setting it up right for him. They talked. She knew what he wanted and stuff like that. And now she's a great mom. She has some great kids. She puts up with the madman himself. That's a full-time job right there. And I just really look forward to her show. So make sure that you ladies write some questions down. And maybe do a little history searching on Lindsey Johnson, and see what you can come up with, some questions and different things like that. But it's going to be a good one, and I know that Monster Truck Hall of Fame song is going to be good because I'm going to work my butt off on it and really try to get something going. So let's just say let's go ahead and we'll do two more songs here. Let's see here. Let's do this. Well, I don't want to do that one. Let's do this one here called When the Glue Is Gone. We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
Daddy was a keeper of the fire, held the storms back with his bare two hands. He was a roof on the house when the rain rolled in, the reason we all stayed a family then. Supper on the table, love in the wall. We never knew the cost of what he held for us all. But time moves on like a runaway train, and one day it whispers a different name. And when the glue is gone, why do the pieces fall? Why do the memories fade like writing on the wall? We're a family stitched together strong. Now everyone's drifting and the days feel wrong. Lord, I'm standing here trying to hold on. Why do families fall apart when the glue's gone? Her mama was Christmas in a single smile, warm lights glowing down the hallway mile, cookies in the oven, kids at her knees. She held that joy like a gentle breeze. But seasons change and the chair sits still, a quiet room where laughter used to spill. And we keep asking, but they carried on to be the glue for the ones who come along. But when the glue is gone, you feel the pieces fall. Still I'm praying for the strength to hold together after all. They taught us love, they made us strong. Now it's our turn to pass it on. Though it hurts to say the names and realize they're gone, we'll keep the family from falling apart. We'll be the glue from now on. When the glue is gone.
When the glue is gone, that happens to a lot of families, you know, it really does. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you tuning in tonight. We're going to have a little early show tonight, so got some things I need to get done here before tomorrow. I appreciate you guys as always. I love you very much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of the show. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. That was some of Monster Truck's history right there, guys, with Mr. Pezo and stuff. So this next song right here, and then we're going to go right into the outro of the show and then be done with it. This song here is one that I wrote. I wrote it to my dad. And, you know, it's called Tell Everyone Hi in Heaven. We're going to be out of here after this song. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget, Sunday night, Lindsey Johnson's going to be on. And I think that's going to be a good one, too. Until then, we'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend. Be safe. And just love the ones you're with.
For 8 long years now, I hope you're doing fine. I'd give anything to see you just one more time. I'd love to come and visit, sit and talk a while, but I know that road's not mine yet, at least not for a while. Every night before I lay me down, I whisper your name and I close my eyes. I talk to God and I hold on tight to the promise waiting on the other side. So tell everyone hi in heaven, tell them I still miss them too. Tell them I'm holding on down here, doing the best I can do. I know we'll sit down someday and catch up like old friends do. But for now, tell everyone hi in heaven until I get there too. I pray to you each evening before I fall asleep. Some nights I smile at the memories, some nights I still weep. Time keeps moving forward, but love don't ever fade. It's written in my heart now, in every prayer I say. I feel you in the quiet moments, in the stars and morning light. That's what keeps me standing strong when I'm missing you tonight. So tell everyone hi in heaven, tell them I still miss them too. Tell them I'm holding on down here, doing the best I can do. I know we'll sit down someday and catch up like old friends do. But for now, tell everyone hi in heaven until I get there too. The only thing that keeps me going when the nights feel cold and long is knowing this goodbye ain't forever, it's just a little farther on. So tell everyone
Save me a seat at the table. There's so much I still need to say. We'll laugh and cry and catch up like we never missed a day or two. But for now, tell everyone high in heaven, and I'll see you when I do. Yeah, for now, tell everyone high in heaven.
All right, everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Pedal to the Metal. I want to send out a huge thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in and supporting the show. I also want to thank all of our amazing sponsors. You're the ones that help keep the wheels turning, and we truly appreciate you. Be sure to join us every Wednesday and Sunday. We kick things off with music at 6 p.m. each night, and the full show starts at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Until next time, keep the pedal down, heads high, and we'll see you at the next show.